Figured it's time to start streaming. Figured this might be a good time. UFC Paramount card is now finally dropped. Dana White broke the big news. Listen, this card is stacked. If I'm going to stay positive, this card is stacked. It's just the title fights are whack. What do you do when the card is stacked, but the title fights are whacked? You know? Like, we gotta get shit in order here with the title fights. Another female co-main event and then a headliner above it where the fighters aren't even close to championship level. They're the fourth best guys in the division. They're fighting for fourth place, Paddy and Gaethje. That's the thing, but if we're talking about this card as a whole, not just the title fights, man, stacked. O'Malley versus Yadong, amazing fight. Umar's on that card versus Figgy, amazing. Gene Silva's fighting Arnold Allen, amazing. Grasso Namajunas, who gives a shit? Derek Lewis versus Waldo Acosta. Sheesh. That's what's up right there. I love this card. It's going to be way better than 325. Let's not get it wrong here. It's going to be way better than 325. Because 325 is an Australian card, and we know how they treat the Australian cards. Like shit. I think Strickland's going to be on that card. Surprise, surprise. Strickland's going to be fighting Fluffy, if I'm not mistaken. Strickland and Fluffy. But I did just drop a video reacting to the new Paramount card, so make sure you check that out. I'm here to promote that, my new video. But Arman needs the fucking title shot. Come on. And I'm hoping that Paramount will be very good for the UFC. I hope it's not too WWE-ish, you know? I do know Paramount's going to put on some bangers, though. They don't want boring-ass Islam and Hamzat ruining main events. But the thing is, Arman is more exciting than Hamzat and Islam. He is. Like, he's not boring. I could get it and understand if it was boring, like Arman's fight style, but it's not. Far from it. Demolished Hooker. Demolished him. And whatever. Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimlet's the fight to make. As long as we know they're fighting for fourth place. But, you know, Ilia Topuria, the bias gotta stop. The bias has gotta stop. He's doing a John Jones and no one's calling it out. We're calling out John Jones. We're talking shit about him ducking the #1 contender when Topuria's managed by the same guy. And he's doing the same thing. He's doing the same exact thing. I get it. His fight style's badass. Little hard punching dude. But damn, he left the most stacked division, featherweight. The second most stacked division in the whole UFC, featherweight. Didn't fight Lopes, Murphy, nobody. Evloev, Silva, all these contenders. Ilia dodged. And pretending like he was going to get the Islam fight at lightweight. And fought Charles Olivier off a one-fight win streak. You know, it's just amazing how Topuria's playing the game the right way. To where everyone thinks he can do no wrong now. He beat 3 legends at their worst. Now, maybe Charles wasn't at his worst. But shit, I just knew style-wise, that was perfect for Topuria. Good for him, but Charles wasn't the best in the division. It was Arman. You know, what's going on here with beating Chandler and you're in a title fight? You know, like, come on, come on. Ilia Topuria is so exciting. I wish he would have just fought early this year. What was the holdup? He should have fought before 2026 if this was the case. You know, his personal issues, it seems like they're just now happening. What about in the fall? Where was he in the fall? Man, this tea drink is really good. That's some good tea right there. But yes, Topuria beat a lot of our favorites. I think Charles should fight Max for the BMF for sure. BMF isn't just about winning and losing. It's about being down to fight. And Max and Charles are more BMF than Topuria. Even though he beat the two. Because they're just as exciting. Even though Topuria's the better fighter than them at the moment. That don't mean he's the BMF over them. BMF isn't just about wins and losses. Remember, Nate and Masvidal invented that shit. BMF is about how much you fight, how long you've been around, and your fight style. What up, Big Meech? What up, AJ Manx? What's going on, man? Just hopped on the stream. I'm talking about all the Paramount stuff. No more pay-per-view after this last one coming up this weekend. It's all going to be on Paramount. Do you got Paramount? Shit, if you do, you can watch along with the fight streams. That's why I like this Paramount deal. There's way more than just the fights. I mean, there's so much you can do. You don't have to get it for just the fights. I feel like a lot more people are going to be watching along with me on the streams after this Paramount deal. Made sure I was here early this time. That's what's up. That's what's up. Do you got the Paramount? Because I feel like a lot more people are going to be able to watch along with me. No one's going to need a stream like, you know. No one's going to need to go on that bullshit website with all the ads to watch the fights anymore. Like, the fights are way more accessible now. I don't know what the monthly charge for Paramount is yet. But shit, that's a lot more realistic than buying an $80 pay-per-view. You know. No more excuses. We got everyone watching the fights now. No, sadly, one of the few I don't have. Alright, well, hopefully you can get it soon, maybe, one day. You never know. Maybe one day you'll get it. I know you got a lot of subscriptions. Hopefully we'll add Paramount to the list. If it's impressive enough for you. You know, I'm sure there's some stuff on there that you watch. But yeah, I'm on the stream to promote my new video. Reacting to the new fight card. The first fight card. First of the year for the Paramount deal. And it's pretty stacked. So I'm actually looking forward to 2026. I think Paramount's going to put on some good fights. Maybe some questionable main events and title fights. But I think the cards should be good for the most part. Come on, Paramount. Don't let us down. Let's make this channel big. Let's put on some big fights. Let's get excited for 2026. There's no way 2026 can be worse than 2025. And about those title fights, hopefully Arman drops some banana peels around so Gaethje or Paddy can slip on one of them and Arman can just sneak in there. Thinking about switching to DirecTV stream when I move out, and their premiere package has Paramount Plus included, but we'll see. Hell yeah! That'd be awesome. Then you could watch the fights with alongside the stream. That'll be what's up. We'll all be in sync. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about as I'm commentating. Hell yeah. That might be the move. I like how DirecTV includes Paramount Plus. That's what's up. Alec will finally be able to watch along. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. I'm excited. I think UFC needs a change. Hopefully Paramount forces UFC to put on fantastic cards. Man, that'd be the move right there. The fans would appreciate that shit. Like if Dana White shows them a shitty fight card, they're like, no, we're not airing this. Make it better. Now that'd be ideal right there. Fubo is in negotiation with NBC right now. So I lost a lot of channels on Fubo. If they don't get them back, might be sooner. Interesting. Fubo is losing some channels, huh? Alright, well maybe that Paramount Plus will be even more enticing now. I'm sure you'll get it. I'm for certain getting it. I mean, it works for me, right? I stream the fights. I won't only get the fights, I'll get all the other stuff included too. It's a win-win. I'm definitely going to get the Paramount. It should be a reasonable price. I'm very happy UFC's doing this shit. I can't believe they haven't done this a long time ago. They should have done this at least a year ago, you know? No one's buying $80 pay-per-views. I think the cards will be better on Paramount for cheaper. That's what I'm talking about. And let's see. By the time 2026 rolls around, hopefully I'm close to that 500 mark of subscribers. That'd be real ideal too. The first fight card of the new year will be late January, like January 20 what? January 24th. Okay. That's just under 2 months away. Man, wouldn't it be sweet if I get 1,000 subs by then? That'd be ideal. We'd be rolling into 2026 on fire. Fubo's a lot more expensive though. So I'd have to cancel. Or it's a lot more expensive though, so I'd have to cancel my other subscriptions. Oh, you're talking about Paramount. How much is Paramount? But it's okay, they have a lot of stuff included in the DirecTV stream, Premiere package. So it'd replace most of them anyway. Oh, you're talking about DirecTV, which includes Paramount. That's expensive. Yeah, that makes sense because it includes all types of subscriptions. Hey, as long as you get the fights, that's a win. Plus your other stuff, sounds like a win to me. You'll be able to watch along. The streams will be 10 times better even once everyone's watching along. But about the fights, we need a new promoter for Paramount. Dana White ain't cutting it. You know, Dana White's checked out. He can't be promoting these fights anymore, let me tell you. We need someone who cares. We need someone new in running the show. We can't have Dana like, hey guys, this awesome fight, I can't wait to announce it. Who's fighting again? Like, Dana's got no energy. We've been known that. DirecTV, $108 a month for Fubo. Oh wait, hold up. $108 a month for Fubo versus about $168 a month for DirecTV. Ooh. But you said Fubo doesn't have all the channels like DirecTV. So yeah, DirecTV sounds like the move to me. Especially if you're a fight fan. What's good, brother? Hope you're doing well. Crazy stuff this week, huh? Absolutely. I've been waiting so long for the featherweight title announcement and the lightweight title announcement. I've been waiting so long. Like, we should have had this shit announced early fall. What do you think of the title fight announcements? Are you I know we're all disappointed in the featherweight one with Volk. What do you think about the lightweight title announcement? Yeah, that's the dilemma. Yeah, I would say even though DirecTV's a little more, I'd probably go with that if you watch everything that's included on it. If you're only just watching one or two things, you might as well stick with Fubo. So, Ariel Helwani, everyone has a gripe with the title fights. You know what Ariel Helwani's gripe is? I wanted the women's MMA fight to headline. That's his gripe with the fight announcements. He wants Kayla Harrison to main event the first card on Paramount. What the hell is that guy smoking? It's extremely difficult to be interested in Volk Lopes too. But it'll be a banger fight for sure. I agree. But the first fight wasn't as crazy as everyone says. Like, Diego was super patient, and he was just chasing Volk without throwing. But I think the second fight will be better. But man, I wish Volk fought a new face and a new name. Especially if this is Volk's last fight. You can't give him a rematch that no one asked for. I agree with you. I think I'm going to stick with Fubo while I'm at my parents' and switch when I move out. Alright, I hear you, I hear you. Not a bad idea. I wouldn't even mind Diego Lopes at 155. I bet he's going to move up to lightweight one day. But why would he if he's going to get gifted these title shots? Now, what do you think about the lightweight title fight? Pimblett versus Gaethje. What do you think about that? I like both those fighters. But what I said in my video I just dropped, I said they're fighting for 4th place. They're fighting for 4th place. And there's an interim belt on the line, you know? I don't know how you feel about the interim belt. I get it. If it headlines, it looks better with the belt, but what do the belts mean anymore? But I like both those fighters, so. But I'm going to call it how it is. They're fighting for 4th place. Ilia's the champ. Arman's number 1. Arman's definitely number 1. Let me look at the rankings here. I know they're fighting for 4th place at lightweight. Yeah. Ilia is the champ. Arman's number 1. Charles number 2. Holloway would smoke him. Man, it's just crazy that the 2 fighters that are the 4th best in the division are fighting for the belt. But it is what it is. I'm going to stay positive, enjoy the card. The rest of the card is stacked. We just got questionable title fights. Yeah, I would love to be able to watch the fights more, because it's hard to keep up with most of the big names only fighting on pay-per-view. Right, I agree. Now we don't got to worry about that anymore. I agree. I heard Paramount isn't a fan of all the grappling, so that's why they didn't put Arman in the title fight, but that makes no sense. Arman is not Hamza. He's not Islam. He's not just going to lay on anybody. He's looking for finishes. You know, Arman did enough against Hooker to prove that he's looking for the finish, and he's looking to be exciting. And, you know, I get it, but I'm not like... I get that Arman's fan base has a lot of Islam's fans and Hamzat's fans, but he's got his own fans. Arman's different than them a little bit. And even if you're not the biggest Arman fan, you should still want the belt to mean something. Like, I'm always interested in the most entertaining fights. But a lot of times the most entertaining fights is the two best fighters. When did like the C tier of fighters become the most entertaining fights? Why isn't it the A tier? I get it if we're talking about point fighters and boring ass decision machines. But if they're not decision machine point fighters, the most exciting title fights are the best versus the best. And that's just how it is. I want to see Arman kick Ilia's ass. I want to see Arman kick Paddy's ass and Gaethje's ass. The January card is pretty solid though. Arnold, Gene, you got O'Malley, Yadong, Black Beast, doing Society a favor and skinning Waldo, etc. I love the card. I say on paper that's a 9 out of 10 fight card. I couldn't believe my eyes. My eyes were like bugged out when I saw the card. I'm like, no way O'Malley, Yadong's on there. No way Derek Lewis is fighting Waldo on there. No way Gene Silva's on there. Possibly going to knock out Arnold Allen. And then we got the middleweight Francis Ngannou on the prelims. We even got Umar Nurmagomedov on the card. Which I'm not fucking going crazy about, but still. The fact that he's a number one contender is enticing. You think Derek can get the job done? Depends what the it depends what the script says. No, Derek can knock out anybody. Especially if he's not fighting in his hometown, Texas. That's where he always loses, right? In his hometown in Houston, Texas. I think Derek has a good chance. But if I had to pick one, you know I'm going Waldo. You know I'm going Waldo. When Derek Lewis is swinging, he's going to be like, where's Waldo? I don't think Derek Lewis has ever put together a win streak like this, like Waldo's doing right now. Derek, he's not as hungry for that belt as Waldo. I think Waldo's hunger is going to carry him through this fight. Look it up. Paramount has a special going on right now. $2.99 a month for the first 2 months. Then $12.99 a month normally for the premium one. And the ad-supported one is also $2.99 a month for 2 months. Okay, so I think the fights are only on the premium. So you're talking the $12.99 a month for the premium. Okay. Hey, that's a good special. Shit. If we're getting all those fights, if we're getting all the fights included, if we're getting multiple fight cards that are stacked a month, I think that's worth it. Don't you agree they should have just fucking made O'Malley versus Umar instead of Figgy? Lav Maslov, Figgy should have fought Yadong. Yeah, exactly, yes. No doubt. Figgy versus Umar is such a mismatch. It's such a mismatch. But you know what they don't want to do? They don't want O'Malley to lose to Umar. They don't want one of their contenders getting knocked down farther down the rankings. Because they love their Dagestan Umar. And they love their pink-haired poodle O'Malley. It's like two of the teacher's favorites. You know? It's like the teacher's pets fighting each other. You don't want either of them to lose. They're the teacher's pets. UFC needs the influencer fan base for O'Malley. So they need O'Malley to win. And they need the Muslim fan base. They need Umar to win. They don't want either of those guys to lose. So yeah, they gave Umar a freebie. I don't think Figgy sucks, but that's a freebie for Umar. Yadong is light work for Suga. And yeah, they're giving Sean O'Malley a pretty favorable matchup. Song Yadong is badass. Love his fight style. Tough as hell. He's not boring at all. He's got power. He's got hands. He was beating Henry until the eye poke. This is still a badass fight. This is a real fight. This isn't like a walk in the park. But yeah, Sugar should have this. I could see O'Malley getting it done. I love the fight. I love it. I actually like the Sean O'Malley Yadong fight better than the Umar Figgy fight. Reveal the vampire crab, dog. Hey, it's coming. Once I get in the 1,000 sub range, I'll get the tank. I'll get the aquarium, no doubt. Absolutely. I'll get to your level one day, I promise. No doubt about it. Looked up for DirecTV Premiere. It includes Paramount Plus with Showtime, which Google said is the same as Paramount Plus Premium. They just renamed it to Premium this year. Okay. So, wow, DirecTV offers Showtime and Paramount Plus Premium. Dude, it looks like that's the move. You should do that. That's the move. Then you could watch along with the streams. I'm not going to go the DirecTV route probably, but I'm definitely going the Paramount Plus route. For what I do, it works. I have major incentive to get it. You hotboxing yet? Hell yeah. Of course. Come on. You know it. You know it, man. Hotboxing. You know it. I mean, I don't stop till it's a fog machine in there. It looks like a cloud is driving by you on the highway, you know? You can't even see me in the car. It's so hotboxed. You can't see shit in there. Hell yeah. I gotta post up behind a Walmart while I'm hotboxing and see what's going on over there. But I didn't hotbox today though, but I did the other day. I got some sour runts. I don't know if you had that yet. You probably have. That sour runts is no joke. Yeah, I hotboxed my truck today with my buddy early in the morning. Oh, you're doing the wake and bake. All right. Oh, yeah, after Thanksgiving, a nice wake and bake. I did one of those before Thanksgiving dinner. Hopefully you did that before your big meal yesterday. I know I did. Made the food taste a lot better. Hopefully everyone had a good Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving, AJ Makes? You smash on some food? Or tons of food? Are you a heavyweight right now? My goal yesterday was to bulk up weight class after Thanksgiving. Actually, I had 2 Thanksgivings. I might even have a third. It offers way more than just that, but yes, it also has HBO Max, Cinemax, Disney, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Stars included in DirecTV Premiere. Hence why it's so expensive. Damn. Damn. You might not even have time to watch all that. I know you're a hustler and a grinder. Always working. Thanksgiving was alright. Pretty chill. My mom's side of the fam was over here. That's what's up. What was your favorite dish on Thanksgiving? Cheesy potatoes, mac and cheese, stuffing? Mine was probably the ham. I was going ham on the ham. I'm telling you. But yeah, you gotta have multiple Thanksgivings. Save all the leftovers and do it again. You wake and bake often? Not often, no. I'm more of a nighttime puffer for sure. More like, yeah, more like before bed. Because in the morning, I'm kind of crammed. I kind of got like so much to do, so much going on. But at night, when everything's taken care of and done, then I'm like, all right, it's time. Yeah, I'm more of a nighttime smoker. No doubt. Cranberry sauce is number one. Hell yeah. You gotta have the cranberry sauce. Are you kidding me? That's number one most important. Gotta be the mashed potatoes and gravy personally. I love me some potatoes. Hell yeah, with the gravy. Hell yeah, we probably all bulked up weight class. I'm sure you saved some of the leftovers for today. Man, I went crazy on the pumpkin pie. Best dessert for Thanksgiving. I went crazy on it. Whipped cream all over it. Yeah, I blaze every single day. On my work days, it's after 7 p.m. when I'm off. But on my days off, I always wake and bake. Every single time. Today I had a day off. Yeah, you deserve a day off. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you still are. But yeah, at nighttime is the best time for me. Because that's when I'm most relaxed. Sweet potato is underrated. Damn right it is. It's healthy too. I love sweet potato. Even the yams. Can't forget about the yams. Oh yeah, had some turkey and mashed potatoes for dinner. Hell yeah, hopefully you put gravy all over that bitch. Unless you like eating it dry, but gravy's the move. That's why I didn't drop my UFC Paramount reaction yesterday. I was busy eating. But then I looked and all the other MMA channels dropped their reaction to the Paramount fights. I was like, oh shit. Maybe I shouldn't have taken Thanksgiving off. No, I'm glad I did. You know it, absolutely. What was the best dessert? Probably the pumpkin pie, huh? I was having pumpkin pie. Oh my god. Yeah, I woke up at 5:30 a.m. randomly. Started watching videos and fully woke up. My friend messages me at 7 a.m. and he's like, come pull up. I have blunt wraps and loud. Alright. Alright. You guys are getting down in Vancouver. We could probably smell it all the way from here. That's what's up. That's what's up. You're like Bobby Green, just chain smoking. Bobby Green says he smokes like 20 blunts a day or something. The first Paramount card is so good. It's amazing. I'm worried about what 325 is going to look like. But 324, man. My favorite fight on that card, I have two. O'Malley versus Yadong. And Waldo versus Derek Lewis. Those are definitely my favorite fights on the card. I think those have the most chance of a knockout. We had multiple apple pie, cheesecake, and cookies. Hard to choose. Hell yeah, hard to choose. Hell yeah. The Paramount card is so fucking good though. My favorite fight is Sugar vs. China. Me too, me too. Gaethje vs. Pimblett is a good choice by the UFC. I love Justin Gaethje's fight style, but I feel like Arman vs. Paddy Pimblett, the drama would be insane. There'd be so much shit talking. Paddy would be like, no one gives a fuck about you, sausage. And then Arman would tell him that he sucks and how easy he is to beat. And say, who did this guy beat besides Chandler? Justin Gaethje's just going to sit there and be like, saying company man stuff, I feel. But I'm just talking about the lead up. I'm sure the fight will be great. But I would have loved to seen Arman versus Paddy. I feel like there's a rivalry there. They're the two youngest prospects in the division. Both huge for the weight. Arman's even younger than Paddy. That would have been a good one. Paddy's been talking shit about Arman. I've never heard Paddy talk shit about Gaethje. I like seeing rivals fight, you know? But yeah, I mean, it was a good choice by the UFC if they want Paddy Pimblett to have his best chance at smooth sailing getting that title, you know? I just like how the UFC kicked Arman to the side. I would like it if he was a point fighter. I would like it if Arman just held people down and humped them. But that's not the case. You know, if you're excited, his last fight was exciting. I enjoyed his Charles Oliveira fight. I enjoyed his Dan Hooker fight. I like his interviews. I don't think he's boring. He's not an NPC. I don't get the Arman hate. I mean, he's not like Hamza where he just lays on you or... You know, I just don't get the Arman hate. You know, he's been #1 contender. Could have been more active, sure. Should have been more active, but hey. He just recently won. Paddy has said it openly. He loves Justin, Dustin, and DuBronx, but has no respect for Arman. It's usually that way, though, isn't it? It's always, you know, contenders always hate their biggest threat. That's what I feel like's going on. Paddy hates his biggest threat. Paddy thinks he'll get just as much praise for beating a Dustin or a Justin or a Charles, but a lot easier of a time. I mean, yeah, if I was Paddy, I would say the same thing because Arman's his toughest fight. We can't deny that. Arman's his toughest fight. And if you consider Arman fight against Gamrot a win, he hasn't lost yet besides Islam. I'm an Arman hater, so I'm happy right now. He seems like a douchebag. Okay, I got a question. Even if you're an Arman hater, why don't you want to see him fight Paddy? Wouldn't you want to see Paddy whoop his ass then? Like, if I hate a fighter, I want to see them get knocked out. For example, I wanted Bryce Mitchell to shut up Gene Silva. Unfortunately, he didn't, but I was like, that's the fight. Book that fight. So if you're an Arman hater, why don't you want him to fight for the title and get knocked out? That's my question. Like, fine, you could hate Arman, but why not want to watch him get knocked out or beat up? That's my question. Why would the Arman haters want him to be sidelined? Wouldn't you want to see Paddy possibly beat him? That's just me. If I hate a fighter, I want to see them fight. Because it's better than feeling nothing about them. It's better than being an NPC. I'd rather be hated than be a boring NPC. Like, who's someone that's not hated, but no one feels any type of way towards? I would say Arnold Allen. Perfect example, you know? No one hates Arnold Allen, but no one, like, loves him and no one despises him. He's just there. People are like, yeah, he's not bad. He's alright. I do, but I want him to fight Ilia. Interesting. Interesting. You guys don't feel like Paddy could possibly just take down Gaethje and submit him with the rear naked choke? Like, what if the fight's over in like 4 minutes? What if Paddy just takes down Gaethje and rear naked chokes him? That's possible. Aren't we going to be like, man, I wish it was Paddy versus Arman. then it would have been competitive. I feel like if you get Paddy versus Arman, it's going to be a long, tough fight. But I feel like Gaethje versus Paddy can be ended very early. And I love a finish in a fight. I love fights that end in finish, but I don't want my main event to be done in 1 to 2 rounds. I want to see it play out a little bit. It's better if he gets sidelined, so he gets laid off first, so he is worse when he comes back. I don't know. I don't want Arman to get worse because I want Ilia. I know the fight will never happen. But wouldn't you want Ilia to fight the best version of Arman? I want to see Ilia tested. Like, I want to see someone pick up where Bryce left off. Bryce took down Ilia, controlled him for a minute, and then Ilia got back up. I want to see someone pick up where Bryce left off. Someone a little more dangerous than Bryce. Honestly, to be honest, I'm more of a Topuria hater than an Arman hater. I feel like, I know I'm the odd one out. I know I got the hot take. But that's just how I feel. I'm trying to see the heavyweight title fight already. Fucking hate gone. I agree. I agree. You know what? I predicted it. You guys asked me who's Volk gonna fight next, and I said I bet it's gonna be a Diego Lopes rematch. Now I'm gonna make another prediction. I think they're gonna book an interim title fight between Cyril Gane and Salsa Boy. I don't know why. I just have a feeling that pretty soon after Waldo's fight, if he wins, they're going to book an interim title fight or some type of title fight between Waldo and Derek Lewis. That's my prediction. Only Bryce can beat Ilia. We know this, bro. Hey, I don't know about Ilia, but Bryce can beat Alexandre Topuria. I think that's the fight. People are saying Umar versus Alexandre Topuria. Fuck that. Umar would kill him. How about Bryce Mitchell versus Alexandre Topuria? Sounds like a party to me. I love Gane. That's my hot take. I like Salsa Boy better than Cyril Gane, but Cyril Gane's so boring. Like, I take fight build-up into consideration, too. Any Cyril Gane fight card, you're going to get nothing but non-English French questions to him. Over and over and over. I mean, imagine the next Cyril Gane press conference. We. That's what the press conference is going to sound like. We. Like, we're not trying to hear that shit. Kind of like the Michael Morales press conference. Topuria would have been so beloved if he wasn't such a disaster champ. Like, I do like him a lot, but he's definitely a disaster champ. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying so hard to be a fan. Like, he's a big deal. If he's fighting, I'm watching. He's a big deal. But I am not currently a fan. You took no damage against Charles, didn't fight. You ditched the featherweight division because you promised us an Islam Makhachev fight. That ended up being some bullshit. If I would have known that there was no chance for Islam versus Ilia at 155, I would have said, keep your short ass at featherweight. You got Diego Lopes. You got Murphy. You got Evloev. Gene Silva's on the rise. You know, if in hindsight, if we all knew that Topuria had no chance of fighting Islam, come on. we would have said, keep your short ass at featherweight. I think I'm right on that take. I would have much rather watched Topuria fight the featherweight contenders than against Charles Oliveira, coming off a Michael Chandler win. The UFC heavyweight shouldn't have a weight limit. We need more blobs. We need Tuivasas and Lewis at their full potentials. That might be a good take. That might be a good take. I'm very surprised that the weight limit's 265. Let's make it 300 pounds. I think you're onto something. I mean, can the heavyweight division get any worse? The argument is, oh, we don't want a bunch of slow, boring, shitty heavyweights. We already got that. That's already the case. So, yeah. I say expand the weight limit for heavyweight. Let them weigh at least 300 if they have to. I think you're on to something. I don't get the 265 weight limit. Why 265? What happens at 270? Why can't we watch them at 270? But yeah, Topuria is a big deal. Hard-hitting little dude. But I wish he just stayed at featherweight and defended against Lopes and Murphy. That would have been way more exciting than fighting Charles at the end of his career. Topuria hasn't had a title fight with any one of his generation. You know? Imagine Aspinall or Eddie Hall versus Eddie Hall. Man, I think Aspinall smokes him, but yeah. Let's let the heavyweights weigh whatever they want. At least up to 300 pounds. You listen to some Payroll Giovanni this week? I listen to him every day. Oh, I know. Actually, I did listen to him this week. Yes. I did hear him this week. I think it was the other day. Hey, Detroit had the best Thanksgiving halftime show, huh? For football. But yeah, I did listen to some Payroll this week. And Sada. Who? I know who Eddie Hall is. Let me look up that other guy you were talking about. Imagine Aspinall versus... Let's see here. Who is that guy? Halfthor? Oh, he's an Iceland strongman. Okay. Alright. He's like the Mountain. He looks like the Mountain. Yeah. Bring him into heavyweight. He's a strongman lifter. He's like the Mountain. Okay. Bring him into heavyweight. We need as much as we can get at heavyweight. No doubt. It's pretty funny thinking back. When Ilia beat Volk and everyone was like, holy shit, get ready for an active champ who's going to flatline the entire division. Then he disappeared for so long. Exactly. He played the Mountain in the Game of Thrones. Yes, that's him. I remember Conor sparred him years ago. He was taking it easy on Conor, but there's a video of Conor sparring him when Conor was a featherweight. He would do great at heavyweight. His grip strength is probably off the charts. But yeah, everyone thought Ilia would be this world beater. He's a wannabe McGregor. Him and his brother have the same tattoos. Same fight style, besides they're more boxing heavy. They're not as karate. They're not as, like, bouncy. They're real heavy on their lead leg and all that. But man, what a waste of potential Ilia Topuria is. Like, Alex Pereira, he knows how to capitalize on his potential. But Ilia Topuria, man, he had it all. But he's too afraid to put it all on the line. He'll only fight the generation before him. He is yet to be in a title fight with any one of his generation. A Lopes, a Murphy, a Masvar, an Arman. The only one he's willing to throw down with is Paddy. We need the giant strongman in UFC. Imagine the spectacle. And also, there should be no roid testing. And kick/knees to grounded opponents should be allowed. Well, yeah, maybe not a soccer kick, but you should be able to knee them if their head is in the air. Even if they're touching the ground. Even if they're on their knee or knees. If their head's in the air, you should be able to kick their head or knee them in the head. But if their head's on the ground, I don't think you should be able to stomp their face through the canvas. Or soccer kick them. And as far as the roid testing, let's be honest. A huge portion of the roster is taking stuff. UFC, they run the drug testing program. They let the fighters that they want get away with it. I mean, no one really is passing the eyeball test to me. Now, this is all allegedly, but Bilal doesn't pass the eye test to me. Dreykus doesn't pass the eye test. So many people. Josh Emmett doesn't pass the eyeball test. I mean, think about all the clean fighters that have never been caught. Marab's never even been... I feel like there's so many dirty fighters that have not been caught yet. You know? I see the HGH gut. I see the gyno. I see the heads getting larger as each year goes on. I think way more than 50% of the roster is juiced. That's just what I think. I mean, the way fighters just bulk up, like they're evolving, like it's just amazing, like how a fighter can look small one fight and then they're like ginormous the next fight. I'm genuinely convinced Ilia has a cocaine addiction. Because apparently his wife was like, he pulled a John Jones on her. But I don't think he would do that if it wasn't cocaine. Okay, stop right there. I said it. Ilia Topuria, he's like John Jones right now. Not a lot of news on the domestic stuff yet. But if that's true, all the John Jones people, including myself, the people that criticize John Jones, including myself, we better keep that same energy for Ilia. And about the cocaine, maybe you're onto something. I know nothing about that. I wouldn't doubt it, though, since his role model, his idol, Conor McGregor, does that. If this stuff ends up becoming true in this Topuria story, we better keep that same energy with Topuria that we have for John Jones. Alright? Because under every John Jones post, we bring up all this stuff. If this ends up being true, we better keep that same energy. But let's let the story play out. I just know so many people will fail to hold Ilia responsible if that is true. I think grounded knees and kicks should be allowed, not stomps. Yeah, I think if your head's in the air, if your head is in the air, even though you're laying on the, even if you're sitting on the ground and your head's in the air, I think that's free game. But if your head's on the ground, I think we shouldn't be allowed to stomp your head or kick your head. His wife is capping, bro. She just wants the money. Well, you could assume that. I wasn't there. Only Ilia knows, and only she knows. And I guess we'll find out. Man. But all I do know, I'll tell you what I do know is he's not fighting Arman. He doesn't want to fight Arman. I'm sensing a lot of John Jones energy from Ilia. You know he has the same manager as John Jones, Melky Kawa? Ducking the #1 contender from what I'm seeing. Possible cocaine addiction. Allegations of domestic stuff with his wife. This reeks of John Jones energy. Maybe he's even a bigger fan of he's a bigger fan of Jones than he is of McGregor, maybe. Would cocaine addiction Yuri be a new mythical fighter in your opinion? Yeah, that'd be scary. Yuri's already a madman. Oh man, yeah, if Yuri was on that, he'd be even more of a madman. He would blitz at you 1,000 miles an hour. I know Yuri parties, right? That famous quote, you know, where he's not a famous quote, but he's like, I took these 2 crazy guys from my village and I'm going to show them something tonight or something. That was funny. Yeah, I think Yuri parties a lot. I could see him. He would be a mythical fighter. And on top of that, he's already a mythical fighter. He's one of my favorite fighters, that's for sure. Yuri versus Khalil Roundtree, I think was my favorite fight of the year. Just based off that comeback. Like if someone asked me right now, hey, what's that fight you remember? What was that? What was your favorite fight of the year? Immediately I'm thinking Yuri versus Khalil Roundtree. That was the most badass fight of the year. Fighters should have to pass an inbreeding test before they can get signed. I agree. I agree, yeah. Why not? They should do that. I wouldn't be opposed, I'll tell you that. I doubt the UFC will even do that. Hey, I'll even take it a step further. I doubt the UFC even gender tests. I mean, have we tested Kayla Harrison to make sure that's not John Cena or Brock Lesnar? Someone needs to check this. Yeah, man, I've never gone bananas like that for a round before. Insane feeling. I think I lost my voice after that fight. I lost my voice after that fight. That was fucking insane. 3rd round. That was one of the best comebacks I've ever seen, ever. That was insane. Yuri's the man. Yuri's the man. Oh yeah, there's no UFC this weekend. No UFC this weekend. We're just waiting on 323. Haven't seen any promotion for it yet. Ain't that some? I like 323. I just think it needs to have one more thing. But it's all good. Did you see what Trump was doing with Bill Clinton supposedly? Yeah. It's definitely believable too. Yeah. Supposedly, yeah. It's believable, yeah. Oh, man. That's why he wasn't at the UFC fights for UFC 322. That was the first New York card that he hasn't attended in years. And there was a reason he didn't show up to New York for UFC 322. There was a reason, you know. I wonder what it was. There was probably a couple of reasons, but yeah, that might be one of them. That could affect the White House card. And I'm not even all crazy about the White House card. Like, Whatever promotes the UFC the best, but man, I think Brandon Royval's right. A bunch of billionaires in the crowd don't care about the fights. We need 9-to-5ers with beer in their hands, not a bunch of fucking old rich billionaires. They're not going to be going, yeah, like... Keep the fighters away from Cash Patel or Cash Patel. The White House card might end up being one of the most sketchy cards of all time. Bro, I remember after round 2 ended, I looked outside my window and I'm like, ah, shit. Then I was like, nah, this guy can finish you out of nowhere. We can win this fight, and then he did it. That's what I was saying too. I'm like, Yuri, man, you got this, right? I know you're better than Khalil. I'm like, comeback time, come back. And right as I said it, on cue, he started having the comeback. That was sick. That was sick as hell. I can't wait for Yuri's next fight. I wonder who he's going to fight next. Either Ulberg or Magomed Ankalaev, I think. Trump was friends with Diddy and Epstein. Yeah, there's video proof. Yeah. Absolutely. Hey, Bryce isn't on his team anymore. Bryce ain't on his team anymore. Even Bryce said so. Who do you think Bubba is? Bubba? Is that like Bill Clinton's nickname? Is that Trump's nickname for Bill Clinton? Bubba? The only Bubba I know is Bubba Kush. But yeah, that's probably a nickname for Mr. Bill. Apparently, I have to read this chat off my phone. It won't show it on the PC. Apparently, Putin was filming in the cuck chair. Oh, man. Sounds like they were all in that chair. What the hell? What the fuck? Now imagine the shenanigans that could go on at the White House card now. After hearing all this. Imagine John Jones at the White House card. His first pit stop will be the cuck chair. Oh my God, John Jones can't be on this card. He'll have way too much fun. Oh my God. Imagine John Jones on the White House card now. That's crazy. Oh shit, I just saw the message. Oh, there it is. Can Bubba be BB, which is Nanarahu nickname? It could be. Could be. I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about a certain prime minister. F that guy. I know, yep. It could be. I'm sure he has a lot of nicknames. I got some nicknames for him. They're not friendly, though. I'm listening to Ground Up by Payroll Giovanni right now. Song is such a banger. Ground Up. I think I heard that one. I'll have to check my playlist. I'll give it a listen later. Ground Up. Just like my channel, I'm starting from the ground up. Hey, I would play it. If I didn't get copyrighted, I would play it on the stream right now. But you know how artists are with the copyright and all that shit. I would play it right now if my stream wouldn't get a copyright. I'd be bumping it right now. Ground up. You got to start from the ground up. Oh, I got to read this message off my phone chat. It's being censored off the computer. Did you see Homeland Security and White House Instagrams are based in Israel, Satan's chosen land? Really? That's where they're based, huh? Well, I guess that shows you who runs the show around here, huh? I guess that shows you who pulls the strings around here, around these parts. And it ain't us. Don't think you get copyrighted, do you? A lot of people play music on stream. Really? I thought you do get copyrighted. I'm going to have to look into that. Because if you don't, I'll definitely start playing music here and there. I was told you do, though, but I'm going to do some research. I feel like you do. I'm going to have to look into it. That's good, though, that a lot of people play music on stream. Maybe you don't get copyrighted. Maybe I can only play the beat or the instrumental. I might have to make a UFC 323 rap. Keep your eye out for that. I might have to drop a UFC 323 rap. It's just going to be a little fun segment I've been adding. I did a UFC 322 rap. I did a Arman vs. Hooker rap. I'm going to have to do a 323 one. Yeah, many people do it. You should be fine. It's up to you. You should just risk it now. Let me do some research and then next time. Because damn, that'd be fucked. I played the song, next thing you know, my stream just ended. Next thing I know, Payroll Giovanni's pissed that I'm playing his song. But yeah, that'd be cool if I could bump it. Payroll Giovanni. What else is going on? I think as long as you put in the description the copyright thing, clarifying you don't own the music or something like that. Interesting. Alright. Alright. You got to put it in the description, clarifying you don't own the music. UFC fighters are so cringe, sucking Dana White all the time and sucking Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, that shit's gay. That shit's gay. Any fighter who wins and walks up to Zuckerberg or lets Zuckerberg train with them can't be trusted. I remember once Paddy Pimblett called out Mark Zuckerberg, called him a lizard. I remember that. He should go back to that. He should do that again. I wonder why he stopped. Back when Paddy Pimblett was like fighting nobodies, like, you know, in the UFC when he first started, he was calling out Zuckerberg. But yeah, I hate how Marab daps up Zuckerberg. I hate how Zuckerberg was he in Volk's corner or something? Volk, you're better than that. Zuckerberg tries to act so normal. He's got the broccoli hair now, the loose baggy t-shirt, the plain tee. Dressing like he's some fucking new school broccoli haired kid. Like, dude, you're a phony. You're a phony. You're an evil lizard. And Dana White said Mark Zuckerberg would kick everyone's ass. I bet anyone that trains would whoop his ass. Yeah, payroll probably got powerful people. The GOAT can find anyone in Detroit. He should have hopped in for the Detroit Lions halftime show as well. That was a good one. Don't quote me on that, though. I won't. I'll do some research on playing music on live streams. You should play the song on here. It's so good. Hey, I added it to the playlist. I'm going to listen to it tonight. I probably heard it, but let me make sure. Dana White is on Meta's board of directors. Did you know that? No, I didn't. Is he really? Dana White is on Meta boards of directors. I believe it. Oh, yeah, he is. He is. This guy doesn't care about UFC. That's what I'm saying. Dana White ain't a fan no more. He's not invested in the fights. He's invested in the bullshit, in the politics. Oh, man. Dana White fell off. The sport left him behind, or he left the sport behind. He's out of touch with everything. Still dropping boring-ass announcements. I mean, I heard his fight announcement. The fights were so good that we let it slide, but man, he sounded so unenthused. He sounded so unenthused. I bet Ali Abdelaziz is on there too. Gosh, that guy has so much say and influence in the UFC. Screw Ali Abdelaziz. Ali Abdelaziz, whatever you want to call him. But yeah, Dana White, he better get his shit together for this Paramount deal, alright? He better step it up. Do you know Dave Portnoy was wearing a cultist little hat at the Silva vs. Mitchell fight? He seems like someone who would do that. He thinks he's the shit. What has he ever even done? American businessman. Yeah, okay. What has this guy ever contributed to anything? Yeah, he seems like a sellout. He looks like a sellout. He reeks like a sellout. Barstool, yeah. Yeah, that guy can be bought and paid for 100 times over. W to the channel, by the way, brother. Videos are hella enjoyable. Keep up the great work, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. We got to keep it going if that's the case. We're going to keep up the great work. We're only going to pick it up. That's what's up. That's good to hear. Like I said, we're going live more. We're dropping more. We're going to end the year strong. We're going to start the year even stronger. I just started this channel in January. I haven't even had this channel for a year. I started January 23rd to be exact. So it hasn't even been a full year yet. So thank you. Thank you. Can't wait to see how the channel looks January 2026. I hope more fans, I hope there's more people that start watching UFC because of this Paramount deal now. I feel like UFC is going to get more fans with this Paramount. We can all watch during the live streams, easier access, better fights. Let's fucking go. Even though it's sketchy as hell, White House cards and talks. Gotta read another chat off the phone. He's just a juice box emoji. That's why he is where he is. Yeah. You could say the same about a lot of them, right? Even Aiden Ross. Agreed. You got great potential, man. Hope you get big. Thanks, AJ Manx. Thank you. Hey, if that happens, shit, I can finally get some season Red Wings tickets. I can pop into the Red Wings games all the time. But yeah, we're just picking up. Appreciate that. Jan looking like a juggernaut right now. He's probably going to be a night and day difference in terms of strength compared to the first fight. Sean said Merab was night and day different from the first to second in terms of strength. It's amazing how quickly you can improve in this game. I feel like Merab's going to be stronger than Jan, but Jan, he's such a beast. He's so well-rounded. His striking's cleaner. He switches stances better. His kicks are better. His punches are straighter. He's going to put up more of a fight than Sandhagen, O'Malley, and even himself in that first fight. I don't know who's going to do it. It's either going to be Jan or Umar. It's going to be one of those to do it. Been here since day one. Hell yeah, AJ makes. Appreciate that. You got to make a banger hot take video or something. I will. Definitely. I am no stranger to hot takes, that's for sure. I'm definitely going to be cooking one up. I just dropped a video today about the Paramount card, but yeah. There's going to be some banger hot takes coming up soon. I'm not short of those. Usually my opinion is different than the masses too, so. Yeah, we just got to have some more shit pop off, and it'll happen. But yeah, I did just drop a video today. We'll be here till the last day if that ever comes. We're going to keep it going, keep it going. It's pretty fun so far. You have to separate yourself from the rest of the MMA YouTube pack. Oh, for sure. You do, yeah. Yeah, like the staple videos are great. You know, the predictions, the recaps, the breaking news. But yeah, you got to spice it up. You got to have those in-between videos. You got to spice it up. You got to add your own unique videos, your own segments, your own hot takes. You're right. You're right. That's good advice. I'm not short of hot takes either, so I'm going to get to working on that. Absolutely. Every time I think of a video idea, I jot it down in my notes, and then I pick it up from there. You know what's hilarious? After the first round ended with Merab, Corey, I was like, holy shit, we have a new champion. Because I thought Sandhagen was just going to keep doing that for 5 rounds. Sandhagen looked great in that first round. He did. He did. But Merab's like, you thought round 1 mattered? Merab was like, you think beating me in round 1 matters? Merab doesn't care if he loses round 1 or round 2. For some reason, he just knows he's going to beat your ass the final 3 rounds. He just knows. I thought Sandhagen was looking great that first round. The leg kicks, the long hooks. It was all connecting, but yeah. Merab, his wrestling started wearing on Sandhagen. It did. And takedowns started adding up. Next thing you know, Sandhagen's like, fuck, I'm out of this fight. I was just in it. Now Merab's running circles around me. It's crazy how that works. Sup? What up, John Dong? What up, what up? We're chopping it up about everything. Hot takes, banger videos, fight cards. Also put timestamps on your videos. Will do, will do. I definitely do with the predictions, but I can do it for the other videos as well. Like the recaps and all that. Absolutely. Good advice right there. Good advice. But yeah, I could see Petr Yan doing some good work against Merab. Timestamps is a great idea. I second that. Hell yeah. I can do that easily. No problem. We're also talking about the Paramount card. We're talking about the White House card. We're talking about everything, John. What's your favorite fight on UFC 324? But yeah, timestamps is a great idea. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be starting and ending the year with some hot take videos. No doubt. But yeah, the predictions, they take a lot of time, but it's all good. I don't mind doing those as well. Predictions are just for fun, though. What else do we got going on here? Also, tell people to like the video and subscribe at the start. This guy knows some stuff. Caden knows what he's talking about. Dropping more gems. Dropping more golden pieces of advice. I agree, yeah. That's a good idea too. Man, did you guys see the whole Conor Khabib thing? Do they need a fight again or what? I'm still so unhyped for Merab versus Yan 2. I would rather see Merab versus Figgy. No way. Figgy's out of shape. I mean, after that Sandhagen fight, I don't know about Figgy at 135. Yan beat Figgy. This is the fight that we needed. We needed Petr Yan versus Umar Nurmagomedov. That would have been the fight. Holy shit. The two best Russians in the division. Whoa, what a fight that would have been. But I hear you. 323. It's a good card from top to bottom, but it's missing that drama. There's going to be nothing going on at the press conference that's crazy. And it might need a number one contender fight. Exactly, yeah. I wish they did Yan versus Umar for the number one contender. These fucking matchmakers, man. These fucking matchmakers. I think YouTube short videos are key, like posting your reactions and hot takes on there. Yeah, you're right. You're right. YouTube shorts, you know, I mean, all of my shorts get at least 1K. Like instantly. Gotta drop those YouTube shorts for those people with those short ass attention spans. You're right. And then Merab versus Figgy, because Figgy has better ground game than Yan. So that would make it somewhat interesting. Are you sure? Remember when Yan fought Figgy in China? He kept taking him down and holding him down, remember? I'm pretty sure Yan was out grappling Figgy at UFC China. It was a fight night. He beat him in a 5-round decision. Plus, I don't think Pantoja... He does that, but yeah, shorts are good. Yes. Plus, I don't think Pantoja is fighting Merab, so it would be cool to do that to the guy who... Hold on, let me read this right. I don't think Pantoja's fighting Merab. I don't think they're going to make that super fight either. Merab doesn't even seem interested in super fights. I know it'd kill the hype on Pantoja. Oh, you're saying it would be cool to see Figgy, the guy who beat Pantoja before, versus Merab. I hear you, but I don't know. After watching Figgy versus Sandhagen 2 fights ago, Figgy just looked like he didn't have that spark. He seemed out of shape and a little sluggish to me, you know? He seemed real out of shape to me. But maybe he... I know he had that decision win against Montel Jackson, right? So maybe he looked better in that. We'll see. Favorite Detroit rapper? I don't know about my favorite, but I mean, everyone is so different, you know? Like, think about it. You got lyricists like Royce the 5'9". You got people that, you know, are actually like rapping about Detroit mostly, like Peasy. You got the mainstream guys like Grizzly. Sada Baby's the funniest. 42 Doug got his own style. It just depends the mood. It depends the mood. There's just so many different moods. We need another Detroit cypher. Shit. Big Sean got to gather all the Detroit rappers and create a real cypher. Oh yeah, Jan has better judo than Figgy, but doesn't Figgy have better BJJ? Yeah, he does, but let's say Figgy goes for the ankle lock or the toe hold. We already seen Umar escape those. You know, it's very hard to get those in MMA. I think flyweight is lame as fuck. Unfortunately, the lightest male weight class is going to be the lamest. You know what I mean? It really is. It's going to be the lamest because it's the smallest weight class. Payroll is the GOAT. I agree. I fuck with Payroll. He's got that vibe where he's just like, I don't give a fuck about anybody. I'm doing my own thing. I got my own sound. And I'm feeling myself today. I know exactly what you're saying. Sada Baby's beats are so damn good. Really talented. Yeah. His lyrics are crazy too. Let's see here. Let's see here. Sada Baby's beats are good, really talented. I read that one. Oh, here's a chat. Also, there's this rapper called BFB the Pac-Man. He has some funny songs with Sada Baby, like Free Joe Exotic and stuff. I like the funny Detroit rap songs too. John Dong said, it's not an MMA chat without someone mentioning women fighters being nude. Oh, I missed that one. Wait, I gotta scroll up. It only shows me on the phone. Okay. We need nude female fighting or something to make it more exciting. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I hear you. But think about the female. Think about the female fighters on the roster now. I mean, we got Kayla Harrison, which is basically John Cena in a wig. Amanda Nunes. No one's trying to see that. I think a good chunk of the fans would be scarred for life, but I hear what you're saying. You're talking as if the ring girls were the fighters. But, just look at this the female roster. Man. I get it. I get it. People have their favorites, but majority of them, like Amanda Lemos, fuck, you might be scarred for life. Yeah, BFD the Pac-Man, yeah. He makes fun of himself in raps and shit. He says he's so fat, he's weighing down the mattress. He said he needs to eat more fruit to make his... I like rappers that can, like, make fun of themselves and have humor and shit. Yeah. Any other chats that aren't showing up on here? Bro, I was gonna say, let's get a whole new roster of sexy female fighters. In order to do that, you have to have actual females on your roster, you know? For some crazy reason, I know Fallon Fox is like the scapegoat, but for some crazy reason, I feel like UFC is not opposed to letting in a man transitioning to a woman in the UFC roster. For some reason, I feel like they're not opposed to it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I heard Dana White say, we align with the core values of Bud Light. Google the core values of Bud Light. And tell me they wouldn't allow Fallon Fox into the UFC. Like, we need to set aside skill to get Instagram models to fight. I hear you, man. Anything would be better than this. Anything would be better than this. Mud wrestling. Yeah, the female division is it needs change. Caden, you should run the decision making in the female division department for the UFC. You should run that department. You would do a better job than Dana. For sure. Why is trans fighting okay and roid women okay, but not nude natural fighters? That's a great question. I would say because you can keep those secretive, right? Transformers you can lie about. Steroids you can deny. But if there's nude fighters, you can't deny that. That's right there. Right in front of your face. But yeah, it's so funny how the UFC picks and chooses what is... what's the word? Like, it's so funny. I was watching Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor, the rematch. Nate's face is bloodied up. His face is falling off. But they bleeped out and blurred his middle finger. How are we censoring a middle finger, but we're not going to censor the dude's face is hanging off? What's worse? It's so interesting how the UFC chooses their battles on what should be censored and what shouldn't. Like, are we really going to censor a middle finger and blur that out in a Nate Diaz fight, but the whole audience is watching his face falling off? It's so funny how the UFC chooses what gets censored and what doesn't. Woke up and bought a Benz. Payroll Giovanni is a slick song too. Have you heard that? You love it. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. I do love that one. Society has weird morals. Right. And big corporate companies have even weirder morals. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, come on. I feel like the UFC banned trash talk. That might be my hot take video. I might have to drop that because why are these press conferences so fucking boring? I could go on an hour-long rant. I swear, every fight card, these fighters are talking trash on Twitter. They're yapping, but when they're face-to-face at the press conference, it's crickets, it's silence. I mean, Hamzat was calling Dreykus gay on Twitter. Didn't say nothing about that at the presser. You know? Dreykus was calling Hamzat like inbred or something. Didn't say that at the presser. Like, where is all that energy at the press conferences? You're telling me these crazy MMA fighters don't talk trash? Oh, just the bare knuckle fighters know how to talk trash. I don't know about this. I feel like it's in their contracts, in the UFC contract now, that you can't talk shit. I don't get it. You can put on a split second of a bare knuckle press conference. They're all like, I'm going to fuck you up. You're ducking me. You're dodging me. I'll put my fist through your skull. At the UFC press conference, crickets. No trash talk, nothing. And I'm like, what's going on here? What is in the fighter's contract saying they can't talk trash? Because I see all this talk online and not the same energy at the presser. Plus, Dana's always cutting fighters off mid-sentence and shit. It's crazy. Like, I don't feel like these fighters are just so quiet and so shy. I think something else is going on. But yeah, Ilia for sure has a cocaine addiction. He's rich as hell too. Wow, you're really convinced he has a cocaine addiction, huh? Crazy. Interesting, man. I'm going to have to look into that. What are the other subtle tells? What are the other subtle signs? We can hate normal people, but when we speak about banking elites, we get censored. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yep. You can't talk shit about the people behind the curtains, that's for sure. You can't do that. That's a big no. It's a big no-no, you know. You can't talk about the people behind the curtains. Just you can criticize the average Joe and the normal people, right? Right. I mean, what kind of sick man would beat their wife while sober? It's a really inhumane thing to do. Is it basically confirmed that he did that? Is it basically confirmed? If so, we got to keep that energy that we have for John Jones. Same with Ilia. Like if the woman is your other half, I mean, like a power couple. Yeah. Especially if you're a fighter too. But even regardless, yeah, I agree. Man, I was already not liking Ilia for just being a shitty champion. But if it turns out that he's even a shittier person, whoa. I still feel like people will refuse to believe it. People are still in denial about Ilia Topuria being a bad champion. They'll definitely be in denial about Ilia Topuria being a shitty person. We'll see how this plays out, but is it confirmed? Or is it still being investigated? My comment about censorship gets censored, and we live in a free, quote-unquote, free society. Yeah. Nothing's free. Shit, it costs to breathe. But yeah, I hear you. I know. It's crazy. I thought the UFC and MMA was the last sliver of hope for free speech, but man, even Bryce can't get on interviews. MMA Guru can't even get fighters on his show. You know? Bryce is basically shadow banned. I mean, it's crazy how this works. I mean, I never believed someone would do that to their spouse without evidence, especially considering the relationship with his ex-wife. Yeah, we'll have to hear more about it. But, you know, wow. If it comes out Ilia Topuria is just like John Jones, ain't that something? They got the same manager. I mean, she said he did this, so we got to take her word for it. You think she's lying? I got to look into it more. I wouldn't completely dismiss her. Just because she's from Miami. I know, Miami. I wouldn't completely dismiss her. There's still a lot about Ilia that I don't know yet. I feel like he's new to the scene. I feel like I barely know shit about Topuria. Besides, he's a little guy who hits hard as a truck. Like, there's still so much I don't even really know about Topuria. I know he's a McGregor wannabe. I got to do some research on this guy, you know? I just know he's a shitty champion. And no one can realize that. You know what? I mean, shit. Does Ilia Topuria support John Jones? If he does, we got to do some research here. I've never heard Ilia Topuria say a bad word about John Jones. They got the same manager, by the way. Khabib and Islam have certain beliefs about women. They're never with women. That's crazy. That's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. I don't think that's good. You know? They're never around women. That can lead to bad things. You know? Think about it. Think about what happens in prison. What happens in prison? Why is everyone afraid to go to prison? Because of what? And why does that happen? Because they're not around women ever. If you know what I'm talking about, right? Don't drop the soap. Why is that an issue in prison? Because they're not around women. And I feel like the same thing could be said for Team Khabib. If you're never around women, and you're... that explains the jacuzzi photo. You know, they might, let me just say this. If you're never around women, you might turn into Peyton Tabbitt, whether you want to or not. Right? Just think about it. He's going to lose his... Oh, Ilia Topuria could lose his son too if she actually wins that battle, which is pretty fucked up. Wow. Crazy stuff. Hopefully they find out who's right and who's wrong. Hopefully they find out who's right and who's wrong. That's what I gotta say. Hopefully they find out who the real problem is. But UFC and liberals never say anything about Khabib and Islam. Yeah, because, you know, people who speak the truth like Bryce get scolded for their beliefs. But no one ever gets scolded for worshiping Muhammad. Right? No one ever gets scolded in MMA for Muhammad. But man, Michael Bisping will stare at you in disgust if you praise Jesus. Michael Bisping and the people in the earpieces will be like, cut him off! Cut that nonsense off. No one wants to hear about Jesus. But we can talk about the wannabes, the copycats. You know? We could talk about the fake ones, but not the real one. Go Bryce! In Muslim nations, men dress up as women to entertain men. Look it up. To avoid sexual sins with women. How backwards is that? That's even worse in my opinion. Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about. You're right. That's even worse in my opinion. How backwards is that? That's even worse than what they're originally trying to avoid. That's exactly what I was getting at. They're cross-dressing like Michael Morales. That's even worse than what they're trying to not do. Man. How backwards. But yes, you're right. I've heard about that. I mean, it doesn't get much worse than that, does it? Bro, imagine beating your wife, though. You're on the same piece of shit level as a pedophile, arguably. Ooh, wow, we're getting... The chat's heating up here. You are at a pretty bad level if you do that. I mean, yeah, if we're comparing who's the biggest piece of trash, it's hard to top a, it's hard to top a pedo. It's hard to top that as being a piece of shit or a trash human. But yeah, they're both up there. Wow. It's not funny. Yeah, it's not funny. I mean, hopefully Ilia, didn't put hands on his womans, That'd be crazy. Ping pong's in reps soon at the gym soon. Run it. And pretty backwards. Yeah, I'm always down for ping pong and hitting reps. I'm always down. Absolutely. I'll be down soon. You know what I've been fiending for lately? Poker. Snack money. What do you think? Poker? What about that? But yeah, I'm always down to hit reps. I'm competitive. Ping pong, poker, and reps. What's your most favorite food? And what do you think the most overrated foods are? Ooh. My favorite food is no doubt steak. Whether it's a New York strip or a sirloin steak, I can make a good steak. And man, a medium rare New York strip. Woo! That's my favorite food. The most overrated foods. Ooh, the most overrated foods. Besides like junk and fast food and all that shit. And I don't want to be basic by just saying steak. I like pad thai, Thailand food. I like pad thai. I like a lot of shit, but overrated. Besides junk and fast food, what's overrated? I have to think about that. I would say like boring, just bready foods. What's too bready? What's too fucking... Anything that's just like all overly breaded. I don't know. I'll have to come back to that one. Overrated. I'm a big pizza fan. Steak is good. Hell yeah. I could eat a frozen pizza all day. I could eat pizza all day. Bacon bits. Put bacon bits on it. I could even do the barbecue chicken pizza. Even if I'm feeling crazy, I could do a pineapple jalapeno here and there. You good at chess? I'm alright at chess. I partake in chess. I got the wooden board. I play on the chess.com app. I love chess. My favorite piece used to be the knight. Now it's the bishop. I know about castling. I know how to en passant. Do you know what en passant is? Actually, AJ Manx put me onto chess. So shout out to AJ Manx for getting me started on chess. I've loved it ever since. I have a wooden chessboard. It's sick. It's an old school chessboard. I love chess. Kind of like fighting. Fighting is like human chess. I really hate cranberry sauce. I don't know why people like that. It goes good with certain dishes. But sometimes people really like sweet. If you need a sweet kick. People who have that sweet tooth love cranberry sauce. It kind of tastes like candy. I love cranberry though. I could even drink cranberry juice even though it's bitter. It's healthier than a lot of the other sugary bullshit out there. Best food is Panda Express. That's not bad at all for morning, for brunch. I like it. Chinese food is unmatched. Oh, yeah. Chicken fried rice. Soy sauce all over that. Ooh, man. Man, I love Chinese food. When you're in the right mood, Chinese food hits the spot. There's so many different dishes. It never ends. The only thing I don't care for on the Chinese food menu is the almond chicken. They got way better chicken options than the almond chicken, you know? But other than that, I love all the Chinese food. I can even do the egg roll. Yeah, I'm just randomly playing random people while watching your stream. Oh, that's what's up. That's awesome. You're playing chess right now? Do you play on the live chess app or chess.com? Which one do you like better? I even like Indian food sometimes with that spicy orange turmeric type sauce all over it. Ooh. But I'm still thinking, what's the most overrated food? John Dong asked me that. The most overrated food. Why can't I think of it right now? Potato salad? Maybe potato salad. Should I even like Reubens now? I could smash a Reuben. I would say potato salad might be the most overrated. Or like a tuna sandwich, something weird like that. I don't fuck with that. Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of South Asian / Middle Eastern food. Man, I'm getting fucking hungry already now. Damn. I just had lasagna for dinner, but now that seems boring. I gotta spice it up tomorrow, literally. If you haven't had biryani, try it. A South Asian dish. A popular South Asian rice dish made by layering marinated meat like chicken or lamb, or vegetables with par-cooked rice and spices. Ooh! Then you slow cook it in a sealed pot to trap the steam. Ooh! Oh, lamb goes crazy. I love lamb. Just eating like on a stick, on the bone, lamb. Oh, man. Yep, that sounds good. Biryani. I'm getting some South Asian food tomorrow. I'm already starving now. Damn. I wouldn't eat Indian stuff out of principle, not to associate with that kind of stuff. I haven't had Indian food in a long time, but yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll go with the South Asian food first. Yes, yeah. I'll go with the South Asian and the Thai food and the Chinese food first. That'll be first on the menu. I agree. I would love to challenge you, bro, while you're on the stream. It's a quick invite link. See your skills. What's your chess.com username? I'm getting challenged to a match. Yeah, I might have to show off the skills, man. Wow. I'm getting called out to a chess match. Who would have thought? Well, if that's the case, just tell me your username and I could add you on chess.com. Just send the username because I hate clicking on links. It never works for me. You could send me on the Instagram DM your username or just send it on here. And I'll add you on chess.com. I better grab a phone charger just in case. Just in case. This could take a lot of battery. Wait, are you doing a chess match on stream? Hey, I didn't expect this, but it looks like I'm getting challenged. Let me just grab the phone charger just in case this uses up some battery here. Let's run it, dog. Yeah, no worries. Take your time. Oh, shit. Alright, I better turn into Magnus Mitch. This is intense right here. There we go. Alright, I had to make sure the phone was on the charger here. I'm gonna have to multitask. Alright, I'll be adding you. Let's see here. Well, that's funny. Who even brought up chess? That's funny. Alright, I'm adding your user. I don't know your style. I don't know how you start. I don't know what your end game looks like. This is interesting. I see the Canadian flag. All right. I think I just added you. I saw the Canada flag. I'm guessing that's you. Hope it's a good fight. 30 plus moves. I'll challenge you. All right. Oh, man. This is scarier than a fight. Chess is no joke. This shit's intense. Alright. You said you'll challenge me. I'm guessing you got the request. Yep, we good. I will challenge. Oh shit, it's going down. It's happening. We got a fight going down. But it's on chess.com. This is the main event of the evening, guys. For the main event of the evening. Wow. Oh man, he's going crazy with the bishop. He's already starting off strong with the bishop? No way. Look at this guy. He's white. He's already coming out the gates attacking me with the bishop. Unbelievable, huh? He's trying to set me up for some. Alright, alright. He's setting me up. Let's see what else we got going on here. He's moving his pawns up, like, aggressively. Look how aggressive he is with his pawns. Oh my god, he's aggressive with those pawns. He's trying to take over before I castle. This is insane. This is insane. He's moving those pawns non-stop. I just moved my knight. He's white, moving up the screen with those pawns. Fuck, I'm lost, yo. Yeah, post the screen continuous if feasible. I'll try. I'll try my best. Here we are in the game right now. He's white. I'm black. Oh, now he's moving his knight. Alright, guys. I'm going to brag. I'm going to brag. Want to see my move? I'm making a move. Hey! Hey! Here's my last move. Boom. Oh, he's moving the pawn again. But yeah, my knight just killed a bishop. In case you guys were wondering. My knight just killed the bishop. Now his pawn on d3 is attacking my knight. He moved his pawn to d3. Interesting, interesting. I might have to run away because this is scary. You know, I don't want my knight to get messed up. Whoa. All right, all right. Interesting shit right here. Now he's trying to really take over the center of the board. Oh, he took a pawn. But wait. My knight's going to kill the queen. You guys see that? He just gave me his queen. I'm going to take the queen right now. That horse just had dinner. I just ate that queen for lunch. Oh, no, I'm high as fuck. I don't know why I did that. All right. It's time for the knights to take over. Good game, good game. All right. Good game, good game. I'm actually stoned. I don't know why I did that. All right, I'll offer one more rematch for this stream. Running it back. I'll do one more rematch. This is the real game. Uh-oh. This is the real run. This is the real one. Okay. Let's see. He's aggressive with that bishop. Or that bitch up, whatever you want to call it. AJ Manx, are you watching this right now? If you're not, you're missing out. We got a chess tournament going down. All right. Let's see. I'm moving my knights up the board. I want to take control of the center too. Damn, I'm streaming, commentating, and playing. All right, here's what the board's looking like right now. I'm white. He's black. He just moved his pawn up 2 spaces. All right. Now my bishop's going to attack his pawn. And I'm going to try to put pressure on that queen. Or maybe I'll use my knight. I got options here. All right. Oh, I'm going to kill that queen. He just gave me his queen. Bishop did it. I said it's my favorite piece. The bishop killed the queen. Now, queens are obviously the most valuable piece. The strongest piece. King's the most valuable, but yeah. That queen ran into danger. Interesting. All right. Interesting. This game took a quick turn right away. I'm 2 stoned for chess right now. No worries, man. No worries. I've been there. I've been there before. No worries at all. Oh, he's continuing. All right. I'll stay and play. Here we are in the game right now. Did not expect the chess call out. Oh! I'm going to attack the king and the rook at once with my knight. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to take a quick break. Oh, my God. Oh, man. All right, that's... No, I believe you're way better than that. I believe you're way better than that. Trust me. I know you're just getting warmed up. I got to take a break, though. Man, you know, all that brain power. You know chess players burn calories just from the brain power they use? They burn calories just sitting on their ass. Come on, bro. I'm going to be focused this time. I'm so fogged because of the dabs. Interesting, interesting. All right, last one. Last one. For the trilogy. I'll give you one more. Because I'm using... It's taking brain power here. There's that bishop again. Hopefully I'm keeping you guys posted on the game well. I tried to show the screen as much as I could. Crazy. Oh, he's moving that pawn up again. Here we are in the game. Oh, he's moving his queen up. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what's going on here. I won't put up with that shit. He's trying to be real aggressive with that queen. That queen is already on the battlefield. You know? Interesting shit. Alright, alright. I see, I see. What do I do? What does one do right now? I know what I'm gonna do. I'll start pressuring, guys. He's attacking like crazy. If you're interested, this is the last game. This is the last one. Alright, alright. Attacking, attacking. His pawn is almost across the board. Am I fucked? Am I in trouble? His pawn's almost across. He's going after my knight with the pawn on c3. He put his pawn on c3. He's going after my knight. I did not expect this to happen on this stream. I'm sorry, guys. I did not expect this to happen. Just didn't want to back down from the challenge. Had to prove the chess skills. It's not over yet, though. Oh, shit. It might be. Look what I'm going to do with my knight. I'm going to put my knight on g2 and steal the game. I'm going to get a check and a queen attack in one move. And steal the game. My knight already did its job. That's check. That's double whammy right there. Check. And the queen is donezo. Won the series no matter what. I'm afraid so. These knights, they said good night. These knights said good night. Knights used to be my favorite piece. They're still one of my favorites. I'm pretty good, all right with them. All right. I'll take the mean queen. I took the queen with my knight. Oh, the game's still on, though. All right. Okay, okay. Nathan's still in the game. I better run away. Nah, man. How the hell did that happen? Laugh my ass off. That was a fluke. I don't know how I pulled it off, guys. I hit 3 flukes in a row. Would you look at that? 3 flukes in a row. Now, that don't happen often. What else? What else should I do? Pawn pressure's coming my way. All right, all right. I hope it wasn't a fluke. I hope there was some skill involved in there, man. All right, all right. I guess I'm going to kill the pawn with my knight. Here we are in the game. Interesting, interesting. I'm just chipping away at the pawns here. I'm up 8. Yeah, that queen might need to just sit back and observe and chill for a little bit, because it's very dangerous bringing that queen out into the battlefield. The queen's usually got to sit and, like, scope. Yeah, I had nothing left. It's all good, man. I've been doing a lot of puzzles. Those puzzles help. That was a fun little series. Wow, I didn't expect to get called out to the chess. Good shit, good shit. What a mad game, chess. What a crazy-ass game of chess. No doubt. We'll rock it again, though, whenever you're ready, homie. Okay, okay. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. The game is over. The match is over. Oh, shit. Let me make sure I didn't miss any chats here. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Damn, that made me hungry as well. We were talking about food before that. Man. The chat probably laughing their ass off here, and for the 3rd time, holy shit, I just took his queen. Yeah, they're probably like, wow, this guy's having a hell of a time. This guy's probably having the time of his life stealing all these queens. Chess is crazy, man, yeah. If there's ever a free queen, I'm taking it. That's always the goal, but yeah. That's the ideal chess match right there. You just take the queen right away. I was letting my queen just hang back a little bit. I was letting it chill. I was keeping it safe and protected, you know? I was letting my pawns, bishops, and knights do all the dirty work. Yeah, nothing makes you edge more than taking a guy's queen in chess. You're practically the winner. Yeah, yeah. It's very tough losing that fucking queen, man. The queen it trumps all the pieces. Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, shit. That queen gone, it's hard to continue. Well, what else is going on here? Rock one last final game. Oh, man. All that brain power. I'm going to have to take a break. I'm going to have to take a break on that one. But definitely beat some randoms. Show them what's up. You know? Show them what's up. I wonder what fighters are the best at chess. I know Connor plays chess. I wonder what fighters are actually good at that. I actually saw some like influencer boxing shit. It was like, did you guys ever see that? It was like influencer boxing, but it was like 3 minutes of boxing, and then they set up a chessboard in the boxing ring, and they did 3 minutes of chess. So they would go like back and forth. It was actually crazy. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's like influencer boxing mixed with actual chess. It's crazy. I'm like, I should sign up for that shit. I think I'd be good at that. 1 round of boxing, a 3-minute round, then a 3-minute round of chess, and then back to the 3-minute round of boxing, then back to a 3-minute round of chess. They actually do that shit. I'm like, that's right up my alley. I might have to sign up for that. Let's let the channel grow a little bit, you know? And I'll do that. Those were quick games. Let's do one last final one. I'll be focused this time. I will not be focused. I'll probably lose if we do another one. I can only do so many. I love chess, but I can only do so many in a row. You know? But if we're talking like cards or something, I could keep playing, but bro, chess next level. Magnus Mitch. I play better when I'm eating food too. If I'm eating something while I'm playing, I do even better. I don't know what it is. It helps me focus. I gotta be eating or drinking something. And I'm even more focused during the game. I might have to call out Conor McGregor to a chess match. I think he plays. But I got a sick board. I should show it one time, one of these days. You know, it's just like a fight, man. You got to set up traps. Okay, yeah, everyone has something that works for them. I swear there's like some fucking crazy sport on YouTube where it's like half boxing, half chess. I was like, I never seen this shit before. What the hell? Let me get in on that. I got pizza. Got to rock some of that. Canadian pizza. That's what's up. You can never go wrong with that. This is what I got. This is what I got. This is what I got. That's a hungry cat. Got the pizza. Domino's. All right, all right. Doesn't look like you got to cut weight. Domino's. This guy's bulking up to the next division. Domino's isn't that bad. Domino's pretty good. I got some Domino's around me. I don't have it often, but when I do, it's actually not bad at all. Hits the spot sometimes. I forgot if they got the good breadsticks, though. I know their pizza's good. How's their breadsticks? But yeah, hey, you burn chess. You burn calories during chess. Look it up. Anyways, back to the UFC news, if there is any. Let's see what else is going on here. I wonder how Tito Ortiz would do in chess. He'd probably make the horse go diagonal. He'd probably move the bishops in an L shape. Can't remember the breadsticks. I usually always buy pizza only. All right, all right. From Little Caesars, I always get the breadsticks. Oh yeah, those bang. Hell yeah. The crazy bread, yeah. That's what it's called. I love that. Even Jets got some good... Jets is great too with the crazy bread. But yeah, the point of this stream about the... I wanted to get across is, though, a lot of the UFC matchmaking turns... My point I wanted to make was about the Paramount cards is a lot of this matchmaking makes a lot of the fan favorite fighters turn into the most hated fighters. Because I just dropped a video 3 hours ago talking about the new fights. And my main point was giving like Paddy Pimblett and all these fighters so much privilege and giving them the easy road makes fan favorite fighters turn into the most hated fighters. There's something about the fighters that take the hard road that end up getting all the respect. Like, we're at that point where we hate the company man fighters. We hate the company men. Like, I like Paddy Pimblett, I like Gaethje, I like Diego Lopes. But unwarranted title shot just draws hate towards them. You know, even if it's the UFC making these fights. Unwarranted title shots like strays me away from the fighter. It's like, damn, why are you shoving this fighter in our face so much? Why are you shoving him down our throats? Like, there's never going to be another Conor McGregor. We don't need all this undeserved stuff. No one's like a big enough star anymore to get all this undeserved stuff. There's no more Conor McGregors. Dana White will never let there be another star that big. I think the UFC's been afraid of creating huge megastars ever since Francis Ngannou left. I feel like they haven't promoted, like, they haven't went all in on the promotion on a fighter since Francis Ngannou left. There's no more, the days are gone of saying, yeah, this fighter hits like a Ford Escort. You know, Dana doesn't go out of his way to pump up anymore, you know? That was the point of my most recent video. What else is going on? Tom Aspinall, I just thought about this. Tom Aspinall needs to regain his aura. I'm not going to lie, I feel like it's died down quite a bit. Just because his dad is always the one speaking for him, Andy Aspinall. And we haven't heard any words from Tom Aspinall since the eye poke. Like, I haven't seen an interview, I didn't see him drop a promo about, like, comeback season. I want to see Aspinall get his aura back. I'm kind of sick of hearing Andy Aspinall talk. I want to hear from Tom Aspinall. And if he sleeps Cyril Gane, that could regain his aura. I hope they book that fight soon. What else? What else? What do you guys think happened to the Lucas Tracy fella? Do you think the UFC bought him out? Like, come on, who retires? Who retires from MMA YouTube if you got a following and you're doing well? Why would you give that up? If you got a big following, why would you just say, oh, I'm going on retirement? I know the UFC is more aware of the MMA content creators on YouTube more than ever now, especially with Guru being a big thing. I feel like that's why I love MMA YouTube, because we can say the things that the company men can't. And I know it drives them nuts. I know it drives them crazy. And then as far as American fighters go, I feel like we're going to be saying, where's the American champs forever now? I'm going to take a good look at the divisions and see, you know, what's going on here. I don't think we have a single American champ. crazy, crazy. Is there even anyone close? You know? Not a hope in hell at light heavyweight. Sean Strickland and Fluffy, there's a chance at middleweight. You know? Middleweight actually has the best chance of having an American champ. Whoa! We got Strickland, Fluffy, and Brendan Allen. There's definitely going to be an American champion soon at middleweight. W stream, yo. Appreciate it, appreciate it. I'm high right now watching your stream while eating some pizza and Cheetos. Hey, that's what the stream's for. It's the best stoner watching content. No doubt about it. Oh, I missed the message. Sexy cat, yo. That's Marley the cat. Yeah, that's the tuxedo. They're the best. You got to get a tuxedo cat. Oh, Gaethje versus Paddy. Even though we're all picking Gaethje to lose, he could be an American champ. You never know. Even though I think it's manifested already, it's going to be Paddy versus Ilia at some point. What else? O'Malley's fighting. All right. So yeah, middleweight has the best chance for an American champ. Second would be lightweight. You got Gaethje and Holloway floating around. Other than that, I mean, I don't see Sean O'Malley being bantamweight champ again. I don't know if Eljo's going to become featherweight champ. That's going to be tough. So yeah, I'm going to look out for that. I'm not saying like UFC's going to die, we need American champs, but it's just interesting how there's 0 right now. 0. And now that I'm thinking about it, it kind of sucks to be an American fighter these days. What perks do you get out of being an American fighter? I mean, Sean Strickland is fighting in Australia for the 50,000th time again. They're basically labeling him as Australian. I believe in Piotr Yan. Oh yeah, that Russian's going to do some work. He's like Russian and Chinese. He's going to put in some work. You got to believe in Piotr Yan. Why not? There's no other hope. Maybe Umar, but yeah, he gets good opportunities, but there's no like American opportunity. Like if you're an American fighter, Aljo gets screwed over. I get it. He's kind of boring, but I guess Gaethje's the only American fighter with privilege. Like he's the only poster boy active current fighter on the roster that's American. Maybe Strickland, but it's tough to be an American fighter, you know. There's no push behind you. There's no huge fan base begging for you. I mean, Sean O'Malley had some hype, but the UFC dropped the ball on that by feeding him to Marab twice in a row. We'll see if Piotr Yan can do it. What else? John Jones. Last thing. What was all that with John Jones visiting Hamzat in Chechnya? And then DC was like, why isn't this guy with his family on Thanksgiving holiday? And then John Jones responded, and then all the John Jones fans came out of the fucking nowhere. Came out of the bushes, and they're like, man, John Jones lives rent-free in DC's head. Like, damn. DC was just calling it how it is. You know? But yeah, John Jones, DC. There was some major hype on American fights a decade ago. Not so much now. I mean, I remember when Jones was champ, Weidman was champ. Man. Stipe, we had... Wow. But yeah, anything else before I head out? I'm trying to think. I'll stay for another minute. Make sure you watch the last video on the UFC Paramount reaction to all the fights on that card. I'm going to try to drop some hot take videos soon. Something good. I'm going to cook up something. And yeah, I'll obviously be trying to go live more. I got to go live more. I enjoy it. Good time. Have you traveled to any countries in Europe or any country in general? I went on vacation to Mexico before. I went to Cabo. I've been to Canada before, Niagara Falls. And that's where it ends. Never been to Europe. I would love to. That's on the bucket list. I would love to. See some cool shit. That's what it's all about, traveling, man. But yeah, so far just Mexico and Canada. I've been to Ontario, man, Niagara Falls. I saw New York out my hotel window. It was pretty sweet. I've been to Mexico once, and I went to Acapulco. That was August 2024. Nice, nice. I went in 2019 to Cabo. That's cool, though. I turned 26 in 2 months. All right, you're right around my age. 25 is the coolest year in your 20s. You know, you're like... 25 is like a standout number. After that, it's just a blur. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining the chat. That was fun. I'll be on the live stream soon. Hopefully, I'll be dropping some bangers soon. I'm going to go eat some food. We've been talking about food in this chat for like an hour, so. All right, guys. Acapulco's fucking awesome. I definitely recommend. Hell yeah. Born January 2000. Oh, nice, nice. I made it before the 2000s. 98. 98 for me. All right, guys. It was good chatting. I'll catch you guys soon, all right? All right, catch you later.